Hello, I'm Isaac Ostrom. Welcome to Tile Coach. Today we are going to be showing the Ridgid 9 amp corded 7-inch wet tile saw with stand. I'll be letting you know if this is a saw I will be buying. We're using this little 7-inch Ridgid saw that we picked up here at the local Home Depot, and I'm really impressed with this. I mean, it's a great little saw so far. Easy to use, cuts straight. Even the blade they put on here is really good. So I'm really impressed. So I'm going to show you how well this cuts.
And the price point came in at under $300 on this saw, right?
Yeah. Yep.
It's a lot of saw for the money.
Yeah, it'll rip a 24-inch tile too, all the way. So you could rip actually probably a 25-inch tile on this. So for a little saw, man, it really packs a lot of punch. It's got a nice plunge feature on it. Easy to use. It'll do a 45-degree miter, but we don't ever use that. But anyways, so yeah, when I use a Sharpie line, I just put the, these are envelope cuts. So I'm just, actually this is where the bench is. So this cut's not important, but I keep the blade, the kerf is going to cut right through that Sharpie line and take away the Sharpie line. That's a beautiful cut. I mean, it just ran right through it. No chipping at the end. Gives a nice clean cut. This is a porcelain tile, Italian porcelain. So, I mean, it worked great. The DeWalt I was using on the Denver project, man, I was fighting that thing. You know, it was wanting to pop off at the blade. The tray was really wobbly. A 10-inch blade has a lot more give in it. So these 7-inch blades cut really straight because they don't have a wobble. There's not as much flexibility in the blade. So this is going to be part of an envelope cut. So I'm just lining it up with my eye. So piece of cake, and then with our exposed edges on that envelope cut, I got a rub stone. We're just knocking down the chips a little bit. Give you a nice finished edge on the tile. So that's it. We're getting right through this, man. Again, I'm really impressed with this saw. You can end up, I've never used this saw before, so I was kind of taking a risk, but I'm really happy with it. Good stuff. Okay.
All right, you're live.
Okay. All right, so this is a pretty tricky cut here. Because on the drains, you never want to cut just a square cutout. You need to leave the little rounded edge, or else it looks really crappy if you don't leave that little rounded part. So I'm going to use the wet saw. 7-inch blade is really versatile for doing plunge stuff, but maybe just a little lesson on how I work the saw and the things that I do with it. how you can get a really nice U-cut. And I saved my rounded corners there, so I just need to lop the relief cut into it. But yeah, I didn't have to pull up my grinder or anything for that. I like to use my wet saw wherever I can, just avoiding chips and dust and stuff like that. So once you get proficient at how to use your wet saw and manipulate it, you saw that I lifted up, and what that does is it deepens the cut from the face all the way through the back. So if you can lift it up, that blade's going to go all the way through. If it's held down like this, right, it's going to cut in the top. The curve of the blade is going to leave more onto the back. So if you're able to lift it up like that, you can get all the way through the porcelain. And then, yeah, you saw me manipulate it to cut down like this. I was being really careful. You got to be careful not to go too far to the edge. And that's why I also, before I started, I did a cut here and a cut here on the inside. So once I was done, just popped it right off. So I'll cut these two and we'll be done. But we're all the way almost through this. I love this saw. I'm gonna say it again, I love this little saw. I'll probably get one for the shop just to have kicking around. But anytime you can take a lightweight saw that you can throw on the back of your truck, or maybe you don't have a truck, maybe you got like when I first started working, I was working out of a little hatchback, a little Acura Integra, and I was doing my first tile jobs, and so a little saw was really necessary. Because a lot of the stuff we do, you don't need a huge saw, you don't need the big DeWalt, and in my opinion that DeWalt saw is a pretty crappy saw. I've never really liked them. I haven't ever got used to using them. The trays are usually real wobbly. There's just too many parts that need to be adjusted. I mean, this is just so simple. It just runs on a track, won't ever go out of square. When you get it all the way out to the 24-inch rip depth, it has 3 rollers. So this roller comes off of the track. So I did notice you have a little bit of table wiggle when it's all the way out, but once that 3rd roller gets on there, it's locked in there. There's no wiggle on the table at all. So yeah, we'll finish up these cuts and hopefully we get setting this thing pretty quick. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I just want to take this moment to tell you guys that I really appreciate you watching my videos, and it gives me hope. All of the comments that I see, everything I see going on both on Instagram and my YouTube comments gives me hope for the future of our industry. And what that does, not even just for our industry, but for working people in general, feeling valued, feeling respected for what they do. And again, I just have a ton of hope and want to thank you for being part of that. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to watch the next one coming up and hit the like button if you did not. And last but not least, I love you. I love being your tile coach, and we'll see you on the next video.